Hi, welcome back to another episode of Baking Geek. It's daytime and it's Saturday. I'm normally filming on a Wednesday night, so anyway, what we've got here today is a chocolate cheesecake. On my last episode, I showed you how to make it, and now I've pulled it out of the freezer. Now we're going to decorate the thing, okay? This is a bit of an old schooly decoration technique, but it still looks quite good in this day and age. Yeah, so let's get started. All right. Okay, so the cake itself is frozen. Okay. Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to put down a nice base layer of ganache. Okay, that's going to set. We're going to put that in the fridge, and that's going to set. And then we're going to start to put all the chocolate decorations on top. Okay. So what you want to do is get yourself some ganache and melt it down in the microwave. You don't want it too hot, otherwise it's going to pull up some of that cheesecake. So you want it you want it runny, but you don't want it hot. Okay, so let's put that down, and basically it's going to look like a bit of a mirror glaze sort of on top of your cheesecake. So just spread it out all the way. There we go. That's the first stage out of the way. Just give it a bit of a tap, and then we're going to put that in the fridge, and then we're going to get started on our chocolate work. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so we've got our chocolate cheesecake in the fridge. We've put a top layer of ganache on it. Get that really nice mirror shine sort of look to it. Now it's come down to the chocolate work. So you got yourself a nice flat tray. You've melted your chocolate down. If you have any dramas with your chocolate, just make sure when you get your buttons like that, just make sure they snap. Otherwise, I can tell you now, they're probably old. So you want to make sure you've got nice fresh chocolate to work with. I'm just using a compound chocolate here. You don't really need a cover to a chocolate. I mean, it's nice, but you don't need to. Okay, so we've melted it down. It's at a nice consistency. Same with the dark chocolate. That's at a nice consistency too. If you want to marble them, what you'll have to do is actually or put a little dab of oil in the regular dark chocolate. That will bring the two at the same consistency. That way you'll be able to marble the chocolate. But we're not going to do that today. We're just going to use a piping bag. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the fan top. So basically that's your cake tin, and that's going to be the size of the circle that we're going to use for it. Now, as you can see, it comes away from the sides quite a bit. So don't be worried about the size of that, because that's going to look bigger on the cake eventually, okay? So if you've got a smaller cake, just make sure the circle that we're going to do is going to be that size, okay? Alright, so let's get it down. Right, that looks like about enough chocolate. Just spread it out, just with the spoon. You don't need a spatula or anything. Can we see that? Yeah, okay. I might just touch the camera. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Cut my head off, but anyway. Okay, so we're just going to spread out the white chocolate to roughly a little bit more. Don't worry about the lines in it just yet. We're going to sort that out in a second. A little bit more. Okay, that should do me. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to give the chocolate a bit of a bash. That will flatten it out, and you'll find, yeah, we're going to get a nice circle out of that. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to grab hopefully you've pre-made your piping bag. You want to load up your bag. Quickly. Okay, don't need to be too accurate with this. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're just going to go some lines and circles all the way around like that. It's going to be totally random. There we go. Beautiful. Done. Give that a bash. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set this in the fridge to about 90% of the way. That'll help with the shine on it, and yeah, and then we're going to carve our shape out of it. Then we're going to set it fully in the fridge before we break it up, okay? back in a second. Okay, so we're back. Our chocolate it's like I said, it's probably about 80 to 90% set. That's how we want it for what we're going to do next. Now, I've just measured this lid. This is 18.5 centimeters, and we're going to be using a tin that's 24.5. So that's about spot on. That's about where you want it. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to do the circle part first. So get your. Now, when we score the chocolate, we're going to score it probably halfway through. Okay, you don't want to cut all the way through the chocolate. Just halfway through. We're going to break it off later. Okay, so now we're just doing the scoring. Okay, so that's all the way around. Beautiful. Okay, now this is where you get your ruler, and we're going to measure it out. So 18. It's actually worked out to 19 centimeters, which is beautiful. Mark the middle there. Mark the middle there. Okay. Right, so what you want to do is you want to go directly through the middle. And as usual, just score it halfway. I think we're going to go 16 pieces on this one. Go there. Okay. Scoring, scoring, scoring. Okay, so I might do 12, 6. I'm going to go, because it's a fairly large cake, I'm going to go 16 pieces with this one. So each quarter is going to go into 4 pieces, okay? Okay, there we go. So we've got 16 nice pieces right there. Okay, so we're going to set this fully in the fridge, and then we're going to bring it out, and we're just going to snap it apart, and it's going to go on the cake beautifully. Okay, hopefully by now that ganache is set on your cheesecake, and we're going to bring it out, and we're going to put some rosettes around the border, and that's what these are going to sit on, and give you that nice fan effect. Okay, back in a second. Right, so we've taken our chocolate cheesecake out of the fridge, and the ganache is pretty much set. It's set enough of what we need to do to it anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do is pipe some rosettes on. We're going to go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, then 9. Once you've laid that out, you'll be able to piece the other ones where they need to go. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Point. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So 16 nice rosettes. Okay, now we're just going to set this in the fridge for a little bit, and the chocolate is still setting, so we're going to bring it out in a minute when everything's set, and we're going to start piecing the chocolate together. Alright, back in a sec. Okay, while that's setting, I thought, you know, let's continue on with the chocolate work. Let's make some chocolate flowers as well. What the hell? So you're going to need a piping bag for this one, and some white chocolate. Okay. I actually did this in another episode called Chocolate Flowers. I think this was the second version of them. Anyway, you're going to cut the bag. You want to be piping buttons, basically, small little buttons. So you want a fairly large hole on your thing. So you're going to pipe a button like that. Yeah, about the size of a 10cm piece. 10 cent piece, I should say. Like that. And then that. Okay, put the bag to the side. Now you're going to need a teaspoon and you're going to pull it through just like so. And to the right. I'm right-handed. If you were left-handed, you'd be doing this the left way. There we go. That should be enough. Okay, so there we go. There's a few petals there. Okay, so our chocolate is fully set, and this is when we're going to start snapping off the edges, just like that. Beautiful. Start breaking it up into quarters. There we go. And we're going to bring the cake out. We're going to start piecing this together. Okay, so grab each quarter like that, and we're just going to lay them towards the middle. Yes, there we go. Just on a nice little angle. Go. Starting to take shape. This is the exciting bit. Okay. There we go. Last one. There we go, folks. Have a go at that. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this off with nice... Should I do one rosette? I'm just going to do one big rosette, I think, in the middle. And then I'm going to let that set. And then we're going to put the chocolate petals on. Okay? Back in a sec. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes now in the... hopefully the rosette in the middle is set. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our petals. We're just going to stick them in on like a 45-degree angle. 3. And like all things in nature, they come in odd numbers. So we're going to go 5 petals. That one maybe. Okay. I'm just going to arrange them as such. That's a little bit rustic, but anyway, there we go, folks. Some nice chocolate work on a chocolate cheesecake. Okay, hit the like button if you like that, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.